Hello everyone, welcome. In this video, let us solve this question. So we have t power of 6 equals to the power of 6. I want to solve for the value of t. Now when raised to power 6, it will give us 2 power of 6 answer. Okay, so t is equal to question mark. Now how to do this? Solution. We have t power of 6 is equal to 2 power of 6. This can be written as t. Power of 6 can be written as 3 times 2, which equals 2. 6 can be written as 3 times 2. At this junction, okay, there's a rule that states that if you have a power of n times m, this equals, in bracket, a power of n, then power of m. In this case, n right here is 3, and m right here stand for 2. So that means that your 3 will come inside the bracket and 2 will be outside the bracket. So therefore, then t raised to power 3, okay, all raised to power 2 is equal to 2 raised to power 3 all raised to power 2, following this rule. Okay, so with this, let's then move 2 power of 3 all squared to this side and equate it to 0. So therefore, we have t power of 3 all power of 2. Then if plus 2 power of 3 power of 2 comes here, it becomes minus. You have 2 power of 3, then power of 2, which equals to 0, right? At this junction, we have difference of 2 squared. So if you have, let's say you have a squared minus b squared, this equals, in brackets, a plus b multiplied by a minus b. So in this case, a right here, the value of a is t power of 3, so t power of 3, and the value of b is 2 power of 3, so 2 power of 3. So replacing the value of a as this and the value of b as 2 power of 3, let's then expand this equation. So then we're going to have, in brackets, a t power of 3 plus b 2 power of 3, okay, multiplied by a t power of 3 minus b 2 power of 3 is all equal to 0. Okay, at this junction, we can equate this to 0 and also this to 0. So from here, we have that t power of 3 plus 2 power of 3 is equal to 0, or we have it that this t power of 3 minus 2 power of 3 is equal to 0. So from these two equations, let's then solve for the value of t that satisfy this given equation. So for the first equation, which is t power of 3 plus 2 power of 3 is equal to 0, from here, so have it that t power of 3 plus 2 power of 3 is equal to 0. Now, this can be expressed in the form of a power of 3 plus b power of 3, and a power of 3 plus b power of 3 is equal to, in bracket, a plus b multiplied by a squared minus ab plus b squared. So therefore, the value of a is equal to t and the value of b is equal to 2. So expanding t power of 3 plus 2 power of 3, following this, we're going to have, in bracket, a is t, so t plus b is 2, then all multiplied by a squared. A is t, so t squared, then minus a is t times b, which is 2, plus b, which is 2, so 2 squared is all equal to 0. So from here, we have it at t plus 2, okay, multiplied by t squared, then minus t times 2, minus 2t, plus 2 squared is equal to 4, is then equal to 0, equal to 0. So from here, t plus 2 is equal to 0, or t squared minus 2t plus 4 is equal to 0. So for the first one, t plus 2 is equal to 0, or this t squared minus 2t then plus 4 is equal to 0. From here, to then solve for the value of t, moving plus 2 to this other side, t is equal to plus 2 then becomes minus 2. So this, we've gotten the first value of t that will give us the same value when raised to power 6 to power of 6. So let us then get the other values of t from this other equation. Now looking at this equation, this is a quadratic equation. So to solve this, to solve for t is equal to, we're going to use the quadratic formula, which is given by minus b plus or minus square root b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. So in this case, the value of a is equal to 1, which is the coefficient of t squared. The value of b is equal to the coefficient of t, which is minus 2, so minus 2. And the value of c is equal to plus 4. C is the constant, so plus 4. Don't forget that we are still solving for this, right? We haven't solved for this equation. So from here, t is then equal to minus into bracket b is minus 2, so minus 2, then plus or minus square root of b is minus 2, so minus 2 all squared, then minus 4 times a is 1, so 1 times c is 4, then all over 2 times a is 1, so 2 times 1. So with this, t is then equal to minus times minus 2 is plus 2, plus or minus square root of minus 2 squared is plus 4, then minus 4 times 1 times 4 is minus 16, all over 2 times 1 is 2. So from here, t is then equal to 2 plus or minus square root of 4 minus 16 is minus 12, all over 2. From here, t is equal to 2 plus or minus square root of minus 12 can be written as square root of minus 1 times square root of 12, then all over 2. T is then equal to 2 plus or minus square root of minus 1 is I, so times square root of 12 can be written as square root of 4 times 3, then all over 2. So from here, t is then equal to 2 plus or minus I times square root of 4 is 2 times square root of 3, okay, then all over 2. So 2 we divide 2, t is equal to 1 plus or minus 2 we divide 2, you are left with I times root 3. Now we've gotten the value of t. So therefore, the value of t2 is then equal to 1 plus I root 3, and the value of t3 is then equal to 1 minus I root 3, okay? Don't forget that the initial value of t was minus 2, okay? And these are the other values of t. Now, from this equation, we've gotten three values of t, t1, t2, and t3. Let us then get the other values of t from this other equation. So from here, that t raised to the power 3 minus 2 power of 3 is equal to 0. Let us then solve for t. So we have t power of 3 minus 2 power of 3 is equal to 0. So looking at this, we have difference of 2 cubed. And if you have a raised to the power 3 minus b raised to the power 3, this equals in bracket a minus b multiplied by a squared plus ab plus b squared. So in this case, a represents t and b represents 2. So applying this as a as t and b as 2, let us then expand this equation using this. So we're going to have in bracket a is t, then minus b is 2, all multiplied by a squared, which is t squared, then plus a, which is t, times b, which is 2, plus b, which is 2, so 2 squared is then equal to 0. So from here, we have it that in bracket t minus 2 multiplied by t squared plus t times 2 is 2t plus 2 squared is 4 is then equal to 0. From this, at this junction, we have it that from here, you can equate t minus 2 to 0 and t squared plus 2t plus 4 is equal to 0. So t minus 2 is equal to 0, or t squared plus 2t plus 4 is equal to 0. From here, right, t is equal to, if we bring minus 2 to this side, it becomes plus 2. So therefore, the value of t4 then is then equal to plus 2. Okay, so we've gotten the value of t from this equation. Let us then get the value of t from this other equation. Now looking at this is a quadratic equation. We have t squared plus 2t plus 4 is equal to 0. To then solve for t, we'll make use of the quadratic formula, which is given by t is equal to minus b plus or minus square root b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. Okay, so in this case, the value of a here is 1, which is the coefficient of t squared. So 1. The value of b is the coefficient of t, which is plus 2. So 2, and the c value is the constant, which is plus 4. So plus 4. Now, inputting this value of a as 1, b as 2, and c as 4 into the equation, let us then solve for t. From here, t is then equal to minus b is 2, so minus 2 plus or minus square root b is 2, so 2 squared, then minus 4 times a is 1, so 1 times c is 4 times 4 all over 2a. A is 1, 2 times 1. So then t is then equal to minus 2 plus or minus square root of 2 squared is 4 minus 4 times 1 times 4 is 16 all over 2 times 1 is 2. So t is then equal to minus 2 plus or minus square root of 4 minus 16 is minus 12, then all over 2. From here, t is then equal to minus 2 plus or minus square root of minus 12 can be written as square root of minus 1 times square root of 12 plus 12, then all over 2. So t is then equal to minus 2 plus or minus square root of minus 1 signifies stand for high, then times square root of 12 can be written as square root of 4 times 3, then all over 2. So with this, t is then equal to, we have minus 2 plus or minus I, okay, times square root of 4 is 2 times square root of 3, so root 3, then all over 2. 2 we divide 2, we have t is equal to minus 1 plus or minus 2 we divide 2, you have I root 3. So from here, we then get the other values of t. So t5 is then equal to minus 1 plus I root 3, and t6 is then equal to minus 1 minus I root 3. And these are the other values of t. So t1 is minus 2, t2 is 1 plus I root 3, t3 is equal to 1 minus I root 3, t4 is 2, t5 is minus 1 plus I root 3, and t6 is minus 1 minus I root 3. I hope you all learned one or two from this video. Don't forget to like this video, share this video to your friend, and most importantly, please subscribe. Subscribe now. Okay, see you in the next video.